revolution has started in dyslexia, and a breakthrough program is now available to dyslexic sufferers. Welcome to BrightStar.
Good morning, BrightStar Dyslexia Centre. How can I help you?
BrightStar is a 6-week computer-based program that has been proven to be highly effective in both independent scientific and clinical studies. The results have been nothing short of spectacular.
The benefits of BrightStar for me have been quite immense since being on the program. I think one of the top benefits for me has been a clearer thinking. There was often just a sort of a haze in my head, and just being able to really think a lot clearer. And that followed through to a lot of work environments, especially in meetings, where I wouldn't really be able to concentrate or focus on meetings very well. And after the BrightStar program, I just found I was able to concentrate and focus and walk away by making a contribution at the meetings. The other thing that's happened as well is just being able to read material a lot easier. I read a lot more material. There was almost an inertia to read, and I just found I suddenly enjoy reading a great deal.
Before starting the program, clients have an assessment with one of our fully trained special needs teachers.
Now, what I want you to do is to read this word, go down the column, and if and when you finish this one, go to the next column, and so forth and so on. And I'm going to time you with my stopwatch because I'm curious on how many words you can do in a minute. Okay? Any questions?
No.
Okay, you ready? Go.
Mod, cow, bond, arm.
After the assessment, clients are invited into a private computer room to use the BrightStar technology.
Essentially what you have is you're wearing a heart rate monitor, which sends a signal via this interface box, which then sends a signal to the computer, which then produces a light display which is based on your own physiology. You'll see a series of flashing lights, and every minute you'll see a small game pop up in the middle of the screen, in which you use this mouse to drive a small red dot onto a windy road, and you try to keep it in the middle. Essentially what you're going to do is just sit back, relax, and enjoy the light show. It really couldn't be easier to do.
It's strange, really. It's quite like, you wouldn't think a screen with lights on it would help, but it has.
After the 6 weeks, you are reassessed to see where the improvements have been made. The results are usually very exciting.
The thing is, when you're doing it, you don't think you're changing. That's the weird thing. You don't think you're changing until you come back to do the test, which is a really vigorous assessment you get at the beginning. And then when you come to the end and you get that assessment again, and I was dreading looking at those squiggly books because I was hopeless at it. And when I came to do it, the second time after the interventions, my eyes saw it totally different. I thought, this is really weird, how that had changed so much.
I asked Mrs. Lavati what changes she had noticed with her son, George.
The changes, I think, are he's less forgetful, and he's very animated when he comes out from doing the lights. He's a talker anyway, but he's very talkative. And it's just generally his reading. I can't believe that he's actually reading now, because he wasn't. I mean, even baby books he found difficult. And he's reading his, I mean, a lot of people don't like the famous 5. I mean, there's words that he doesn't know, but I mean, generally he can get the gist of it, and he's actually reading sentences. I mean, it's a huge difference. I can't, because I was very sceptical. It was my husband that was really on for it, and I just thought, just go along, hoping that something would happen, but he's done really, really well.
I asked George what difference had BrightStar made to him.
Well, I think my readings came on a lot more. My spellings, just. I've got off the floor a bit more, so yeah, it's a lot better.
Earlier, I spoke to the Vice President of the Dyslexia Institute and the Olympic gold medal swimmer, Duncan Goodhue. I asked Duncan, what options have been available to dyslexics before BrightStar?
There's been a range of options available to dyslexics. The main, however, is remedial teaching, which is a gradual but steady progress for a child. For me, that's why BrightStar appealed, and I had to go myself. And I was quite startled by the improvements. It wasn't just my reading and writing, which now I do for pleasure. It was also the way the mind actually worked. It was like the fog rolled back and I got greater clarity and greater calmness, and the level of anxiety reduced in me. And I'm seeing very much the same things happening to my children now.
Dr. Bondorovitz is one of the psychologists working on the BrightStar program. I asked him, what sort of results are you seeing in children?
We're seeing exciting results. We're seeing, on average, improvements in spelling and reading age of over a year. We're seeing increases in word recognition of 18 months.
I asked if he had noticed any other improvements.
Yes, there are a significant number of improvements across a wide range of measures for dyslexia. There are improvements in short-term memory, improvements in writing, improvements in self-confidence and esteem. And taken together with the literacy measures, this basically means that dyslexic people can realise their full potential in work or school environments.
I'm more confident in my reading, and I don't just pick up a book and throw it over.
His reading's a lot better, and he will attempt books that he would have never even picked up before, and he would try and read the words or try and guess what they are rather than just saying I can't do that and just putting the book to one side. His concentration for oral stuff has got really a lot better. I took him round the Imperial War Museum and he did the whole of the war poets with me, and I thought it was me that was flagging first. I didn't think that he would actually sort of listen and be able to sort of keep going that long.
Because of George's success with his reading and his spellings and his memory, his concentration levels have improved dramatically, because the fun side of learning is beginning to become apparent to him. If you can achieve, then things are fun. If you can't, then it must be very daunting for them. His concentration is just getting very, very good.
Yeah, I think mine's got a lot better because I've been reading with my dad, and it's just more comfortable to read. It's easier, and I could get stumbled on 8-letter words. I used to get stumbled on 4-letter words.
BrightStar has given me more confidence, a very good visual awareness, and as I'm an actress, it's improved my chances of getting jobs because I'm able to read scripts much more quickly, and I don't guess when I go to read the words. I can now break them down and see them more clearly. It's given me more confidence going to auditions, which is before I felt blighted by my dyslexia.
My confidence has improved by me going to BrightStar and me going back to school and taking all the stuff in my head for me to go back in school. And I think I've improved more.
There has been a remarkable change in John's attitude, even in life, and what he looks at, and what he perceives now seems to be quite different to what he was before.
I think also another benefit is being able to relax, just generally a feeling of being relaxed. A nice explanation really is there isn't this sort of fogginess in my mind anymore, just a sense of being a lot more confident as well.
So go ahead and choose a brighter future for you or your child. Call 0870 752 9090 and become part of the success story that is BrightStar.